basketball. Got it.
I don't know if the scouting report is made. It says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. Oh, Miles Turner, 4 out of 10.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Knocked loose. Jackson. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Rose's shot off the iron, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Pass stolen by Detroit.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The rebound's taken by Detroit. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
I got this now. Let's go.
To Turner. Blake Griffin with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Not done yet. Just off the mark. Griffin to Jackson. Has a look. Just not going down. Deep right corner. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Griffin. Drummond. Driving right to the basket. Reggie Jackson. Now 3 for 9.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Indiana basketball. To Oladipo. Curling inside, Oladipo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. Well, let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender.
His guy's down big. Screen coming. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
To Oladipo. Fine to shoot. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
To Jackson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Josh Jackson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Swallowed up by Drummond. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go to Turner. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. It's Detroit's ball. Miles Turner swats it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Throws it up. That's out. Last touch by Domantas Sabonis. Rose to Drummond. Throws it down.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Got a piece. That's going to be out of bounds. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Kennard. Knocked loose. Richardson picked up by T.J. Warren. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Pistons ball here. To Luke Kennard. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Passed it off. Here comes the screen. Jose Calderon, guarded by T.J. Warren. To Luke Kennard. Gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from long range. Can't get the bounce. Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Richardson. Josh Richardson, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Has a look. you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
And strokes it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Indiana with the basketball. Shot from the lane won't go. Richardson to Luke Kennard. Richardson to Luke Kennard. Victor knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Josh Jackson on the pass, stolen by Indiana. To Oladipo. Screen coming. Oladipo sets him up. He throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oladipo. Oh, had him going there for a second. 3-second violation. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. The follow won't go either. The pass set it all up.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Pistons have it. To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson. Domantas Sabonis. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal. To Brogdon. Markey knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
To Jackson. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Lamb here against Morris. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Luke Kennard. Has a chance. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Brogdon. That's Just what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Trying to cash in. Calderon, not that time. And a nice finish at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
From the painted area, won't go down. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Pacers are feeling good. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Shot won't go. To Brogdon. Count the basket inside.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The feed stolen away. Miles Turner snatching it out of the air. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Brogdon. From long range. He'll take that any day.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Derrick Rose trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he adds the free throw. McDermott guarded by Derrick Rose. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Richardson to Drummond. Richardson to Griffin. And it's rejected.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Rose. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Count the basket at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact. Offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Derrick Rose at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Missed it at the line. Oladipo into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Brogdon. Warren picked up by Derrick Rose. Has a look. Cleans it up. Here comes the screen. Oladipo. It's Detroit's ball. Rose to Richardson. Takes stock of the floor. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Griffin. It's rebounded by Indiana. To Brogdon. That is great vision to set it up. You've got to get that one to go. Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Brogdon. There's the toss. Pass stolen by Detroit.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Oladipo defended by Derrick Rose. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh. His handles are effortless.
Pistons ball here. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Derrick Rose trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Working the outside to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Jackson. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. For three. Missed it. To Reggie Jackson. Short jumper stays out. Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Turner. Here comes the screen.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
To Oladipo. Finish that. Richardson to Rose. Stuffs it down with authority. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Richardson picked up by T.J. Warren. Rose to Drummond. Ah, rocking the rim.
An easy two, get back on defense.
To Oladipo. Blake Griffin with a piece. Make that 7. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Rose. Over to the right side. Shot from the lane won't go. Reggie Jackson. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Not a smart play at all. The reason why we have techs in this game is to protect players. You know better than that.
Rose. And now here comes Hacker Drummond. Intentional foul put on Andre to send him to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Rosie's shot no good. Richardson to Griffin. The drive right to the basket.
All right, set it up.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Screen, I got your help.
short jumper misses. Pistons have it. Rose picked up by T.J. Warren. To Drummond. Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Here comes the screen.
Come on, help get me open.
Shot clock winding down. And it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. A fundamental shot right there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Oladipo. Deep right corner. And count the basket inside.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Rose. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Pacers control.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Rose to Griffin. Domantas Sabonis able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Good. Off a spin.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. New blood coming in for both sides. And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. To Oladipo, 17-footer at the buzzer. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. This one to the Pacers as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers came away with the victory in this one. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense, and sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers. The Pistons put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Pistons got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Indiana Pacers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.